Hi, all. I just wanted to speak for a moment about the ethics around doing spiritual or metaphysical work. I've had many times where I've been doing a healing session or doing a reading for somebody, and they might be bringing up other individuals in their lives, whether that's a significant other or a parental figure or a child of theirs or something, and asking questions very specific to those people. In my world, I do not have their permission to tap into their energy. And just like I would never purposely walk up and physically touch somebody who did not give me permission or consent to do so, I also would not tap into their specific energy without their permission to do so. Now, I think the difference here is, for example, doing a reading around the energy of a situation. A lot of times psychic mediums get questions about relationships, situations. So reading the energy for your sitter and the energy for them in relationship to others in their lives is a very different thing than saying, what's my boyfriend thinking? What's my husband thinking? What's my mother thinking? What's my child thinking? And will they do this? Do they think that? Anything around, that kind of circumstance. I'm not going to tap into someone else's specific energy and read them unless they've given me permission to do so. And I think that there's misinformation about how that works, and certainly a difference in ethics on whether or not that should work. This also comes to me with the idea of forcing information onto someone else who did not ask for it. So, you may see Hollywood style or TV movie style situations where a psychic or a medium walks up to an individual out in public that they don't know and just starts spewing information. Your grandmother is here and she says this, that, or the other about you, or some psychic hit on a situation around them in their lives. If they've not asked for that information, you have no idea what type of emotional state those individuals are in, or if they're in a significant grieving pattern. You don't know what their belief systems are. They did not ask you for that information. You do not have the right to go up and force it into them, into their space, into their being. I let ego get the best of me once several years ago and forced information for a past loved one onto somebody I had known for years without asking if this person was interested in hearing what I was receiving about their past loved one and that their past loved one was providing to me. I thought I would be doing a service to them through their grieving, and I hadn't done enough work yet to realize how improper that was. And I want to say it was a good handful of months, maybe even a year later. This person never responded to me, by the way, when I sent that, when I forced that information at them. And it was a huge learning opportunity for me to turn around and look at myself and say, why did I feel I had the right to do that to them? And it was probably a year or close to a year later, after not hearing anything from them at all, that I sent them an absolute heartfelt apology. And I told them I had no right to do that. It was purely based in ego, with me thinking I was trying to help them, but showing that I was trying to force my own convictions upon them. I promise your loved one's okay, and this is what they say, and this is how it can be proven that they're fine. And I didn't get permission to do that. And I gave them a truly, deeply heartfelt apology that I absolutely had no right to ever do that. And I told them, you don't need to accept my apology. You don't need to ever respond to this message or this situation or this scenario. That is not why I'm coming here. I am not coming for your forgiveness. I'm coming to tell you how I realize how very wrong I was. And they never did respond. And I'm okay with that, because I felt that they were deserving of an absolute true apology for me letting ego step in and drive my reasonings for doing that to them. And I don't need to have their forgiveness for doing it. They just needed to hear that I realized how wrong I was. So just if you see situations like that, or if you're asking for a reading and you want the psychic medium to hop into somebody else's energy, just please know that ethically speaking, that's really not the way to go. It's very intrusive. That person has not given permission. That should remain private. And it's just my take, my 2 cents on how this type of work should be done and how it should be viewed, and some kind of just general ethic rules that I think everyone should follow. Have you had circumstances like this? Do you have questions around how this works or why? Have you had situations where somebody has forced their own beliefs and their ego took over, like I accidentally and unfortunately did once before? Let me know. Drop a note in the comments.